Good afternoon and welcome back to State of Events. I'm Erykah Rodriguez.
And I'm Sophia Villalba.
First up today, tax season is just around the corner, and many people are nervous about meeting deadlines and filling the right forms. Well, San Francisco State University has updated its non-resident taxation software, and some international students say they need extra help because it's difficult for them to navigate through the new data filling process. Reporter Perna Sandula has the details.
Yes, that's right. SFSU has invested in Sprintax calculus software for keeping the records of all of the international students in one place, but it's gotten mixed reviews. This spring semester, San Francisco State is providing international students with a new data filing software. Sprintax calculus is a new software that is supposed to make data filing and taxation paperwork quicker for international students. But not everyone likes it.
It was a little tedious because the tax person changed for this semester, so I guess maybe she was new and she was overwhelmed, but it did cause a delay with my taxation process to be completed and for me to start my on-campus job.
Some students say they got help from others as the tax specialist wasn't giving timely reply.
My taxation work was completely on Sprintax and it was very confusing because I had never done it before. And the designated person wouldn't reply on time or whenever I needed. It would take about 3 or 4 days to hear from the person. So thankfully I had a friend who helped me out through this.
Until the fall of 2022, data filing was done manually, which some students found easier.
We started working last semester and I connected with the tax specialist over a Zoom call and it was quite easy for me. All I had to do was show my documents to her. But this time we had to use Sprintax and I felt that it was very difficult.
While tax specialist here refused to comment on the situation, San Francisco State University is helping students with free volunteer income tax assistance program. For more information, visit cob.sfsu. Prerna Shandilia, State of Events.
So Perna, tell us more about the help students are getting from the university to fill out tax papers.
Yes, Erykah, the college is providing help to students through its Volunteers Income Tax Assistance Program, which is also called VITA. You can go to VITA's website and book an appointment with their certified IRS specialist.
Thanks, Perna.
Thank you, Erykah.
In more campus news, over 200 students looking for jobs went to a Career Center part-time job fair held at the Student Center last week. State of Events' Daphne Young was there.
SFSU students packed Jack Adams Hall in the Student Center to attend the first in-person Career Center event this year.
We haven't had a fair since 2019, it's been a really long time, but we're so happy to be back on campus. We've been planning this for months and are just excited to keep going and bringing back in-person events.
About 32 local employers came out to share their latest job opportunities with students. Some of these companies included Walgreens, Enterprise, and many more. So it was the place to be for students looking for part-time jobs or internships.
I do have 2 jobs right now, but I want to try something different, so that's why I came here to see what opportunities are available for me.
And employers were happy students showed up.
We are here to just do some outreach, get the word out there that we are hiring. We have a lot of opportunities for all types of students. We have internships, part-time and full-time positions.
Many students spent the afternoon perusing each booth and checking out what's available on the job front right now. But if you missed the event, don't worry.
So we've got one more fair for this semester. It's the Career and Internship Fair. Students and alumni are welcome. It'll be on April 13th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Missouf Wellness Center.
For more information about the employers who attended this job fair or the upcoming event in April, visit the Career Center website at career.sfsu.edu. At the Cesar Chavez Student Center, I'm Daphne Young for State of Events.
As we head into the second week of March, many college students are getting ready for the spring break. And for some, that means a trip to South Florida. As Franklin White explained, police there are beefing up for the anticipated crowds.
We're having a great time. It's that time of year.
Spring break! as folks flock to South Florida.
So I said, I am booking the place where I know it is going to be in the 80s.
Many of them descending on South Beach.
We went jet skiing, we went on the speedboat, we've been to the beach, we've been a little bit of everywhere.
And speaking of everywhere, expect to see more and more cops cracking down on crime, chaos, and illegal behavior. Miami Beach's mayor says it's an all-hands-on-deck approach.
We have an enormous police presence, not simply our police, but police from the county, from Coral Gables, from the city of Miami. We have cops on horses from the city of Miami. We want people to know they're going to be safe here, but we also want them to really enjoy our city for the reasons that they should.
Further north in Fort Lauderdale, cops rolling out the rules for the next few weeks, banning tents, alcohol, and loud music on beaches. Cops also keeping a watchful eye on anything that may be slipped into your drinks.
We will distribute these drink koozies, but inside the koozie is a card which you can put down a drop or two of your drink on, and it will test your drink for anything that may be in there that should not be in there. We'll be distributing those to the bars and to individuals throughout the week.
That was Franklin White reporting. As more tourists visit Miami Beach, officials are telling residents to expect to see some road closures and detours. So what are you doing this spring break?
I'm going to be heading to Southern California and going to Palm Springs and Catalina. What about you?
Fun. So I'm actually going to Miami. So, I mean, I know I've been to South Florida during the spring breaks, and it's just, I mean, it is a little crazy, but as long as you're careful, you're going to be fine.
That seems really fun. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have the latest on what EPA officials are saying about the train derailment in Ohio that killed 13 people.
And we'll tell you what forecasters are saying about California's rain conditions later in the week. And that and more when State of Events returns.
Like other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
Third line, please.
DEPRESSION.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale. Bipolar? Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own.
Anxiety. I thought so.
Like many health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. And the sooner you seek treatment, the better.
Look at that. 6,000 steps and PTSD.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Lifted Sunday morning after no materials were found on the 212-car train. But one Ohio senator said he is not just satisfied with the company's latest response. Isabel Rosales has the latest.
Derailment, as all derailments, will be fully investigated, and the findings will be turned over.
Dramatic video showing the moments a Norfolk Southern train derailed in Clark County, Ohio, Saturday. The crash prompted a temporary shelter-in-place order for those living 1,000 feet from the derailment. No injuries were reported.
There was like a loud slam noise, and that's when I started noticing all the debris and all the gravel.
20 of the 212 cars derailed, with 4 tankers containing non-hazardous materials, according to Springfield Township Fire Chief Dave Mangle. Crews from Norfolk Southern, the EPA, and a Clark County hazmat team examined the crash site Saturday night.
4 tankers identified with non-hazardous materials. 2 tankers contained residual amounts of diesel exhaust fluid, and the other 2 tankers contained residual amounts of polyacrylamide water solution.
Officials determined the derailment was not in an area with a protected water source and did not pose a risk to the public water system or private wells. Meanwhile, Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown says while other state officials seem to be pretty satisfied with the company's response, he is not.
I'm not entirely satisfied because I want to know there are some sort of remnants of something that might have been in those cars. Those cars were mostly empty, but I want to know if there are any contaminants sort of left in those mostly empty cars.
The latest derailment in Ohio comes as crews are still working to clear the toxic wreck of another Norfolk Southern train in East Palestine, more than 200 miles away. I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
Here in California, the state continues to have the highest gas prices in the nation. The average price per gallon in the Golden State is $6.40, while the national average is $4.98. Last week, President Joe Biden announced he may temporarily suspend the federal gas tax, a move that could save drivers around 18 cents per gallon. But some Californians say suspending the gas tax would only benefit oil companies who have been accused of inflating prices in the state. An investigation is being conducted by the state attorney general into why California's gas prices are so high.
Well, right now we're getting a brief break from the rain and snow that California saw over the weekend. Last week, weather storm hit the state pretty hard, creating snow-packed mountains and hydrated valleys in both northern and southern California. But some southern Californians took advantage of the nice weather by taking their dogs out to play or heading to the state parks of this next storm. Forecasters say a surge of mild moisture will move up to the Bay Area by the end of the week, and mild temperatures will no longer and heavier rain events are expected.
Coming up after the break, we'll tell you about a Florida baseball player who helped save a life.
And in SFSU sports, we'll bring the winners and losers of the past week in Gators basketball, baseball, and softball.
Don't go away. State of Events will be right back.
I got you. Oh,
Yeah, I got him.
stupid controller froze again.
You're only saying that because you're losing.
Bet you bought the cheap one.
That controller is junk too. Is this even real?
You're spending less, so...
Yeah? We'll just buy it again?
Smart kids.
Who are you?
Or what are you?
Hey, I was wondering if you guys want any... OMG, it's McGruff!
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's an imposter. He's a fake. Oh.
I am McGruff, the crime dog. He is the fake. And so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. And that, Pops...
could blow up in your face.
That's right, Scruff. Let's take a bite out of crime together and protect ourselves against fakes. Like him.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing an arm.
You are smart kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Welcome back to State of Events. In Florida, a family is grateful to a college baseball player whose quick thinking saved the loved one's life. A baseball player in Florida jumped into the saved the life of a man involved in a car accident. During baseball practice, the team witnessed a fiery crash, and that's when the Caleb Martos and his teammates ran to help without hesitation. And it was all caught on camera. Nicole Lynn Salota has the details.
And in that moment, a decision needed to be made. Caleb Martos, a baseball player with the University of Fort Lauderdale, practicing on the nearby Plantation High School ball field, made it.
That's when I had hopped the fence and I started running.
Seconds earlier, Caleb and his teammate, Erykah Rodriguez, and a coach saw this car careen out of control on Sunrise Boulevard.
The car had hit the back of another car and then kept flying through this red light and then flew through the red light and smacked into the pole, the electrical pole. And so we ran over there. I was trying to open up the door, but there was wires everywhere, and the explosion happened again once we were right next to the car.
This video shows the players trying to pull the driver, 63-year-old Charles Sedner, to safety.
But the guy was passed out in the car, and we were knocking, and nothing was happening, and I turned around, and this woman had a bat. And I never got her name, but she handed me this bat, and I ended up breaking the window, and then reaching my hand inside and unlocking the car. 3 other guys came in and then grabbed that guy and pulled him out of the car. A minute after they laid him on the grass, the whole car caught flames.
Now tires popping.
Sedner's family says their father had a medical episode that caused him to lose control. They sent this message to those who saved him.
And I want to thank them for their courage and their quick response for helping my father out of that vehicle, because it could have been a lot worse. On behalf of my father, the whole Charles family, we want to thank you.
Caleb credits his faith with guiding him to run toward that car and says he does not believe in coincidences.
That happened exactly how it was supposed to happen, and Jesus put me and those other people in that situation to help that man and save his life. I pray that Jesus heals him, and I'm thankful that he's still alive and he's still on this earth.
Sander suffered a shattered ankle, rib, and pelvic bone. He remains in intensive care unit and faces a long road to recovery.
In SF State sports, the Gators men's basketball team lost to Chico State on Friday with a score of 74-71. Meanwhile, the baseball team also took a loss on the road. Cal State Monterey Bay beat the Gators in Seaside 11-4. But the softball team won back-to-back games against Academy of Arts on Thursday, winning 3-2 and 11-7. To check out an SVSU game or get more information about SVSU teams' upcoming schedules, visit sfstategators.com.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining us.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube State of Events channel at our QR code on your screen. For State of Events, I'm Sophia Villalba.
And I'm Erykah Rodriguez. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.